Hey, good morning, Racket Warriors. I thought I'd take the opportunity to share some content with us, and I wanted to quickly cover first serve to the deuce court, and specifically what the best players in the world are doing. So I'm going to grab two matches. The first one here is Novak versus Alcaraz down in Melbourne, I think a few years ago. But the idea is the same, and I can grab any video and pull it out, and probably going to get the same kind of idea. And so why I want to share this because many people I see practicing practice with no purpose. They're just hitting balls. You might as well have some purpose to what you're doing and understand what the best players are doing and copy what do what the best players are doing so your game can improve. Because as a coach, I always hear, coach, I want to get better, I want to get better. But you got to go out and do the work that's going to allow you to become better, right? So purposeful practice. So if we take a look here, this is Novak's stats. I already have the filter set. Novak Djokovic is serving. It's a first serves made into the deuce court. So he had 45 of those particular serves in this match. And so we're not going to review all 45. I'm going to do two or three, and I'm going to show you the women's charts, right? So out of that, he had wide 23 serves to the T, 21, so the ace targets, right? 44 of them, right? 61% and 47%. And to the body, he had one, right? So statistically speaking, right, the vast majority, again, we're going to wide and T on an almost even basis, right? Mixing it up, so Alcaraz had to keep guessing where he's going. But that's his statistics, right? So if we come over here, if we bring this up and take a look, I want to show you some amazing serves from what Novak was doing. So here's the first one. That's awesome. Now let me just take that back and show you. Look what he's done to Carlos here. So you want to practice. If you're out there practicing, and I'll go frame by frame here. If you're out there practicing, look at the standard. We call it the gold standard, right? So that ball is outside the doubles line before it crosses the baseline. That's a huge standard because watch where Carl's feet end up. Both his feet are outside the court completely. So I know this ball's out, but if it was going to go in, Carlos has got a long run to make for this next pattern because he's going to go over here into quadrant 3, right? But the ball. We'll play the next one. Almost looks like a carbon copy. Let's just rewind here for a second so you can see it. There's the serve, out wide, outside the baseline. Outside the doubles alley before the baseline. Taking Carlos almost both of his feet outside the court. Now at Carlos' speed, he probably could still get to this one if it was in. We'll do one more. So this is a great view because Carlos is on our side. Now I don't have to go much further, right? But look what Novak's done to him. And look at the gold standard you're practicing for. And anybody can do this. We have 9-year-olds that do this. So anybody can go out there and learn how to do this. There's the bounce going off the court. This is not a slice serve. This is a slider. There's a difference, just so you know. And you need to practice both, right? So why do we call this a slider? Because a slice serve would bounce where it bounced here and come 3 to 4 inches out. It's got some spin on it for control. This jumps 4 to 5 feet, if not more, out of the strike zone. So we call it a slider. Right? You can watch Carlos. Look where his racket is on contact. And put his dry step in. But again, I think this one might be out. Yeah, it's out. Right? So again, statistically, wide and T. So you want to practice your wide serves and your T serves for your first serve, right? On the deuce side, 23 and 21, so 51 and 42% of spent. He does split them up. I'll just see if this one was a T serve just in case. Yeah, good. Okay, look. So here's his T. And Carlos actually got to play the point. Right? So again, I'm not going to go through the point here because that's not the question, but you can see that was the T serve. I can just play that one again just so you can see it. Now we'll just go frame by frame. It's probably a little wider than he wanted it. He probably wanted it somewhere in here, but still great serve. But Carlos is able to get to it. And you can go look at our return video to see exactly what Carlos just did there on the return. Okay, but awesome play. So let's pull this in and let's take a look at the girls, the ladies side, so that it's good for everybody. I'll just pull this up and let's pull. I think I have Ariana somewhere. Yeah, there she is. Sabalenka versus Rabakina or Rabakina, however you want to say it, right? So please forgive me if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. We'll take server 1, Sabalenka. We'll take serve placement. So we can see here. So listen, this is well. Let me put first serve made, first serve data, first serve made. Okay. So for Ariana, she made 54 of these serves throughout the match. 28 were T, 18 were wide, 8 were body. So that's either she knows something about Rabakina or Bakina, right? On the difference between the T and the Y, but she's still going for the ace targets, and only 15% were to the body. Okay, so a little different than the men, but not much. The still vast majority is, we're over 85% here are on into the ace targets, right? So again, where do you want to practice? Where do you want to spend most of your time on that first serve practice to your ace targets? So I'm just going to add deuce court so we can see it. Good, that's added. I'll close the filter down and I'll expand this and we'll take a look quickly. And just we'll go through a couple of them to watch where she's serving. T. And she might know something that we don't, why she was going to the T more. But again, ace targets. Second one. T. Great serve. And she's forcing that short ball right away. So she's not getting like Novak did with the out wide and getting him off the court, but she's forcing a short ball, which is wonderful. Right? Last one. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Great timing. Thank you. So what I want to do is show here. I'll replay that one. And we'll go frame by frame because, again, the standard is the same. Outside, this is a slider. Outside the doubles alley before it reaches the baseline. You can see Rebecca, she's reaching out here, right? And let's see if Sabalenka gets both her feet off the court. There's one. She does. And there's two. Right, so that we might want to say is kind of the standard for the slider serve out wide, is that both feet of your returner are outside that doubles line before the ball reaches the baseline, right? So you're really stretching them out wide. So I don't know if this ball goes in or not, but if it does, it would probably go over to quadrant 3 over here because Rabakina, there's no chance of her getting it, in my humble opinion. If it's in, that's out anyways, right? So again, pretty cool stuff. This is all data driven. So nothing that we ever teach personally is done by, oh, this is what Sean thinks. It's not, right? We use the data, we use the stats. What are the best players in the world doing? And we saw both with Novak and both and Sabalenka here that they were going for the ace targets on first serves made, right? We don't know what they were doing on their missed ones, but on their first serves made, this is their targets, right? And Novak, I think, was 2% on the body and 53% or somewhere around there on the wide, and 40 some odd percent on the T, right? So again, great opportunity to understand what the best players in the world. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll keep making some more if you give me some likes on the call. All right, thanks.